Right now, the result of a late-night vote to have you decide the fate of the big Dane County Jail project.
And how the FBI is ramping up efforts in catching those responsible for firebombing a pro-life group last spring.
And we have some light snow or flurries this morning with some slick spots. I'll time out when that snow will end, as well as what those temperatures look like for the weekend.
Good Friday morning, everyone. Welcome to News 3 Now. This morning, I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Josh Brider. We made it to the end of the week. Greg Barnhart's here now with your first warn weather forecast. Things cooling down, but really we cannot complain.
I know. We say colder, but it's kind of relative because it's been so warm. So, no, overall temperature still, like I said, we should be in the upper 20s. So we're waking up to almost what the average high temperature should be right now. So, like I said, there are a few slick spots out there. We are going to expect some snow this morning, mainly east of Madison right now. Once we get to the noon and then afterwards, mainly just cloudy conditions, lighter winds, and wet roads. Obviously, probably going to need the spray on with all the spray coming off cars today with all the wet roads that'll be going on. So something to keep in mind this morning. Overall, you can see the rotation coming around that northerly flow with the light snow that continues to progress eastward. Like I said, as you go further east from Milwaukee and the lake, that's where they're seeing more of it this morning. But we still got some more up there that should come through maybe later today too. So can't rule out a flake or two even throughout the evening hours too as we go through. But overall, you see temperatures in the upper 20s to near 30. Zooming in, you can see there's your radar. Not a lot to the west of Madison, but still some flakes are probably out there. But notice the temperature is 30 degrees. Wind speeds right now kind of gusty, 15 to 20 towards Janesville. I think all these will start to decrease this morning, but something to keep in mind of. You look at your frosty flakes, you guys, you want some cereal today. Obviously, this morning looks pretty good. Like I said, not too bad for January with a few flurries. Other than that, I'll time out the next chance of snow coming later this weekend, as well as the temperatures next week a bit later in the broadcast.
Frosted weather flakes.
Yeah.
Sounds delicious. Hey, you can stay on top of the weather, folks, with the First Warn Weather app. If you don't have it, just download it by searching WISC Weather in your app store. Now to some breaking news from overnight. The Dane County Jail project won't be on the ballot this April.
Late last night, the Dane County Board rejected a referendum proposal. It goes against pleas from the Dane County Sheriff and County Executive for an alternative plan to address jail overcrowding and conditions. The question would have asked voters for up to $13.5 million to keep the project alive. It called for a new tower up to 6 stories and renovating the public safety building to include up to 825 beds. Now the future of the Dane County Jail remains uncertain.
To more local news, Energizer says it will close plants in Portage and Fenimore in the next year or two. It will affect nearly 600 workers. In a statement, the International Brotherhood of Teamsters said it is fighting the plans to close the facilities. Energizer also shared a statement saying that it's working to keep those affected updated on the process.
Continuing coverage this morning of the Randall L. double murder trial. The former Badger football player should be in court again for day 4 at 9:30 this morning. Day 3 led to tears and hugs in the courtroom. Family members saw autopsy pictures of the victims, 27-year-old Brittany McAdory and 30-year-old Sierra Winchester.
At the beginning, she was terrified and she wanted to go back to her apartment. She was scared. And then next thing I know, we were like a whole little group. And then then he started thinking that she was switching out to drugs. And then here comes the fear back again.
2 people from a gas station where Randall L. allegedly stopped also testified. You can find a full breakdown of this case on channel3000.com.
Footprints in the snow giving Madison police clues to who may have attempted a burglary on the west side. Officers say the footprint indicated that someone scoped out several vehicles and homes in the neighborhood before entering at least one garage. This happened in the 900 block of Traremore Trail right off of North High Point Road yesterday morning, right around 3 o'clock. Police say the thief broke into a garage and stole a purse. Police say to remove valuables from your cars and keep your vehicles locked. If you have any information that could help out authorities, call Madison Area Crime Stoppers. New information this morning as no arrests have been made after a woman was carjacked while filling up with gas on the east side. It happened on East Washington. 2 men stole the vehicle Tuesday morning at the BP, just a few blocks south of Aberg Avenue. Police say that one man pointed a gun at the owner and demanded her to give him her keys. The 2 men then got into the vehicle and got away. Police say the woman was not hurt.
6:04 this morning, the FBI is offering a $25,000 reward in its investigation of a series of attacks and threats against reproductive health facilities. Those attacks included several acts of arson and vandalism across the country, including here in Wisconsin. Our Tahalil Moladin has that story.
though there's still a few boxes left to unpack.
We have new carpet, the wall's been repaired, the windows have been replaced.
Julaine Appling's office looks a lot different than it did 8 months ago.
It was a gaping hole in the wall, the broken windows, glass everywhere, furniture turned upside down, books burned.
Shortly after, a Supreme Court draft indicating the end of abortion protections under Roe v. Wade was made public, Wisconsin Family Action, a pro-life anti-gay marriage lobbying group, had their offices firebombed last May. Law enforcement still doesn't know who's responsible.
It seemed to me that in 8 months that there, that there would be some development in it that they could actually share with me.
Appling says it's been frustrating knowing no one has been brought to justice, but she says a new push from the feds to get answers has her feeling optimistic.
They assure me that they are working aggressively on the case and that they're not stopping.
The FBI is offering up to $25,000 for information leading to a conviction in this attack and several similar others, including at pro-choice locations across the country. FBI Director Christopher Wray said in a statement, the rewards are a reflection of their commitment to vigorously pursue these types of investigations. He added, we will continue to work closely with our partners to hold responsible anyone who uses extremist views to justify their criminal actions.
Maybe $25,000 is a high enough a reward that somebody who knows something can contact the Madison Police Department and say, hey, I can give you information.
On the 50th anniversary of Roe v. Wade, there will be a national march in protest to the Supreme Court's summer decision. Locally, that event will be held by the Madison Abortion and Reproductive Rights Coalition for Healthcare. That's at the state capitol at noon on Sunday.
University of Wisconsin Green Bay official is going to fill that Chancellor spot at UW-Whitewater. UW Green Bay Vice Chancellor for Inclusivity and Student Affairs, Corey King, will take over at Whitewater on March 1st. He'll start at an annual salary of $265,000 a year and holds a doctorate in education administration. King follows a long line of leaders at Whitewater since 2018. Most recently, Provost John Chenoweth. He took over as the interim chancellor after Jim Henderson left the position in April of last year. Henderson cited that his reason to leave was because he was growing upset over plans to survey UW system students on their thoughts about free speech.
This morning, actor Alec Baldwin is facing serious legal trouble. Prosecutors in Santa Fe, New Mexico announcing they will file involuntary manslaughter charges against him and a crew member in connection with the fatal 2021 shooting of a cinematographer on the set of the film Rust. Baldwin was holding the gun that went off during a rehearsal. His lawyer says they will fight the charges.
6:07 now, looking ahead, a new amendment will be on your April ballot after an assembly meeting yesterday. The question you'll vote on is whether childless, able-bodied adults should have to work to receive welfare in Wisconsin. This question's already law and was passed by the Walker administration. And since it's law, the vote is non-binding. Essentially, it's a poll to tell legislators what Wisconsinites think. If voters reject it, Republicans want to revisit work requirements. Also appearing on your ballot, a referendum on bail reform that saw 12 Democrats switch party lines to vote in favor. Coming up, we'll tell you why the Badger men's basketball team won't be playing Northwestern as scheduled this weekend.
And we are live in the 608 this morning, helping a local brewery celebrate a big milestone. How you can be part of the fun this weekend.
With Pick and Save Fresh Perks, it's easy to get lower than low prices for the win. Earn fuel points on every purchase and save up to $1 a gallon at the pump. With Pick and Save fuel points, all you do is win big savings. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
At Lawton Cates, we provide compassion and guidance after a serious accident. From the first phone call, we're by your side. We know how much is at stake, and we're dedicated to ensuring you can heal and move forward. Your life counts. Lawton Cates.
Wisconsin. It's easy to take for granted how we warm up. But what if you couldn't warm up so easily? For many, it's a reality they can't ignore. Working families, elderly, disabled, and veterans struggling to keep their heat and power on in the dangerous cold of winter. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy, water, and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safe in your home. No one deserves to suffer when we can help each other.
For the plunge you never thought they'd take. For the day you never thought would come. For all all the years that have come and gone.
For all those special moments that make life worth living. Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton. Look!
It's easy to say things. Anyone can do that.
Look closer.
Meaning what you say, that's a little harder. And a little harder to find. But at US Cellular, when we say you get unlimited data for $29.99 per line, we don't mean only if you get 4 lines. We mean $29.99 per line, even 1. Plus, every plan is price protected for every customer.
Hi, I'm Tim O'Brien, owner of The Healthy Place. I'm excited to tell you about our new Wild Theory CBD products that will get you high fives from everyone you know. Wild Theory's new groundbreaking formula has higher levels of the good stuff, and it packs surprising results. Is it legal in Wisconsin? Of course. Is it potent? You bet. Will you love it? I'm sure of it. Stop by one of our Madison locations or visit findyourhealthyplace.com, type in high five, and our website will hook you up.
Need to know what the traffic is like before you hit the road? Get the Channel 3000 app now, and I'll tell you where the trouble spots are and how to get around them.
The Channel 3000 app. Get it now. Powered by News 3 Now.
With the Pick and Save app, no matter where you order free pickup, you get the same great deals as you'd get in our stores. So start your cart today. Whenever, wherever. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
We're back at 6:11 right now. Carbon 4 Brewing is passing a big milestone in the 608 this weekend, and you can help them celebrate. Ryan Koga joins us live from the brewery this morning with what you guys are shaping up for this weekend. Ryan, congratulations on 10 years.
Thank you. Very much appreciated.
So you guys are super excited. You got a big weekend on tap. 10 years in the community. When you look back, how have things been for you? Because obviously there have been some tough years in there too.
Yeah, there's certainly been ups and downs, but you know, anything worth doing is usually hard. So that's how you get self-respect and get to test your mettle. So the support of the community has definitely gotten us through it. As Calvin Coolidge once said, determination and persistence alone are omnipotent.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Okay, so talk about where you guys have come from in the last 10 years, and you guys are really looking forward to the future, too.
Yes, sir. I started off in Montana 16 and a half years ago in the brewing industry. We moved into where Ale Asylum started. And it's been a long journey over the last 10 years. We've added a lot of tanks here. And the future for us, we actually bought a brew house off of auction this past fall. It's outside still. We got to figure out how to jam it in here, but right in front of me is our original brew house, and we'll be expanding that soon. We have to knock down some walls and figure out how we're going to rerun stuff, and that should help us match the output of our packaging line.
I was going to say, what does that mean for the future of you guys? Because you have seen growth already.
Yeah, so for breweries, you know, there's typically 2 business models. One's more manufacturing, packaging, and the other one's more brew pub. So kind of a restaurant with a brewery inside. And we kind of walk the line of both. So we have to have both sides be up to snuff. So we need our packaging manufacturing side to be healthy, as well as our retail, and that's what all of our investment's about.
All right, we're going to throw some information up on the screen right now, and this is really something that folks can check out this coming weekend for brewery tours. So you guys really do it all out there at Carbon 4.
Oh yeah, yep, and it'll be me giving some of the tours, and also our quality manager, Joe Waltz, will also be helping to give tours as well. We do it all. You got it.
Always fascinating to check out. Ryan, thanks again. Congratulations. We'll talk to you here a little bit more coming up in about 30 minutes. We'll have all of this up on channel3000.com as well, Chris.
All right. Cool story. Congratulations on 10 years. Let's help them celebrate this weekend. What do you say? If you want to pitch a story idea to Josh, he's always all ears. Just find him on social media or email him. Hey, we have some restaurant vouchers to give away this morning, folks. Because next week is Madison Magazine's Restaurant Week.
Starts Sunday already. Can you believe it? All you have to do is go to channel3000.com/contest and answer today's question of the day. what is your favorite type of salad?
I went there. You know, we talk about the indulgent stuff all the time. Let's talk salad, folks. I like a nice chopped salad. You know, maybe a Cobb salad. Can't go wrong with a Caesar. Something with some avocado in it. You know,
sometimes,
I like that.
yeah, avocado's really good. Sometimes I like having eggs. Yeah. I usually can't go wrong with a house salad with ranch.
House salad with ranch.
Kind of a go-to.
Classic. There's no right or wrong answer, folks. We just want you to go to the website, enter an answer in there, and you'll be entered for a chance to win those Restaurant Week vouchers.
6:15. Let's get to Greg Barnhart now with your first warn of weather and keeping an eye on future track.
Yeah, we still got, like I said, some light snow or flurries this morning, but otherwise, mostly cloudy conditions are really going to be the rule for most of the weekend, and overall, not too bad considering it is the middle of January. We'll see the effects of that low beginning to wean off as we get towards this afternoon, this evening. Otherwise, northwest flow, we're going to watch the next system come out of the Rockies and into the plains by this afternoon. That's going to be our next chance for snow as it lifts north Saturday through the area. Once again, it's not going to be an impressive system, but it will provide some opportunity for snow. We'll have the winds turn around southwest tomorrow, but as you see, cloud covers really, it's going to be the rule that we're going to be watching too. For today, like I said, upper 20s near 30. Once again, near average for where temperatures should be. Just cloud cover will persist. The winds will start dying down this afternoon. A few breaks here and there, and then a few flurries, mainly as you get east of Madison too, towards Lake Michigan area. Towards the evening, you see still cloudy conditions. Overnight, we're going to drop back down to the low 20s to upper teens. Average temperature right now for overnight should be around the 15s, so still above average as you wake up tomorrow morning. Winds will start lightening up, and then they'll start turning tomorrow the southwest as we get that system that's going to be approaching. Tomorrow, not much the same. Like I said, a lot more cloud cover. Once again, temperatures rising right back where we should be, about the upper 20s. So overall, pretty typical for January. This is the system we're going to track. It's going to lift north. It's going to stay predominantly south of the area, but on the backside, we're going to get some of the snow that's going to brush through southern Wisconsin through basically Saturday night and then exiting Sunday morning. Could see a little bit of snow with this. We're not expecting a lot. Maybe a ½ inch south of Madison, maybe if you're lucky, an inch or more south of Janesville towards northern Illinois. Once again, something to keep in mind up Saturday night and Sunday morning, but not going to be a big factor as we go on. Otherwise, once we get past that system, it looks like conditions should be fairly good to start the work week off. We're looking at temperatures right around freezing. The next opportunity for accumulating snow is going to be Wednesday night into Thursday, and then the temperatures continue to dive south, beginning to the teens by probably the end of next week.
All right. Greg Barnhart, thanks a lot. Here's Sports Director Zach Hanley with your morning sports.
After Wisconsin's win against Penn State on Tuesday, Greg Gard figured his team wouldn't make the trip to Northwestern on Saturday. Well, Thursday, it became official. The two won't play because of COVID-19 issues within the Wildcat program. The two schools are working to reschedule that game. Now, UW will take the court next January 25th when they make the trip to Maryland. Bree Murphy is in her first year leading the Monona Grove girls basketball team, and when asked to describe her, the first thing the Silver Eagles said, she cares about us more as people than basketball players. And that answer comes from Murphy's "Proud of You" reminder.
High hand, high hand, high hand.
Bree Murphy might be the head coach at Monona Grove.
She's always there to pump us up.
But she's also the team's biggest cheerleader.
I'm going to cheer for them. I'm going to bring that fire for them. I'm going to be the most intense one out there because they need to know that what they're doing matters.
And she's building her program's culture
Close out.
by building the Silver Eagles up.
The two things a kid wants to hear most after a game is "I'm proud of you" and "I like to watch you play." So we kind of took that and we ran with it, and we really made an emphasis to tell the kids we're proud of them.
A phrase Murphy and her staff say all the time.
She just wants us to know that we are appreciated no matter what, through good things, through bad things.
Even if you're having a bad game, they say it to you. Good game, they say it to you. Yeah, I think it really just helps everyone feel a little more confident.
Proud of you is working on the court, but those three words
Better, Lauren, yes!
are having a bigger impact away from the game.
There's a lot of mental health things going on with kids, teens, and having like your coach there as one of your trusted adults is really important, and then having them there as someone that is there for you, and they show that consistently by saying "proud of you" is something that saying's done.
You need to be proud of yourself. You need to be confident in yourself and everything that you do, and proud of others and proud of what they do, and just acknowledging the good that people do. Good D, there it is, switch.
Speaking of the Silver Eagles, Monona Grove taking on Beaver Dam in a Badger East showdown. Could have asked for a better start for the Golden Bears. Gabby Wilkie splashes home the triple, and it's an 11-0 run to start the game for Beaver Dam. Now, MG would fly all the way back. Abby Inda dishes it to Brooklyn Tortorisi, who gets the shooter's bounce. She finished with 12, and then later, it's Inda again. This time, she takes it to the cup for 2 of her team-high 19. Monona Grove knocks off Beaver Dam 65-58 in overtime. To the Capital North we go. Columbus welcoming in Lake Mills in a top 10 tilt. Seabus got the party started. Transition tray bomb from McKenna Botcher to kick off the festivities. But after that, it was another episode of the Bella Pitta show. She snatches the missed free throw and lays it back in for the easy deuce. Then later, she's just going to pad her stats. The O board and the putback. Lake Mills dominates on the road with a 67-37 win. To the ice now, top 2 teams in the Badger West dropping the puck. Sauk Prairie hosting Edgewood. Scoreless in the second. But the Eagles change that in a hurry. Colin Harrington puts the puck on the net, and Luke Mast is there to clean it up, giving Sauk Prairie a 1-0 lead. But Edgewood would score 2 in the third to go on to win 2-1 the final. And C.J. Getz will be back for a 6th season at Wisconsin. The senior outside linebacker finished 3rd on the team in tackles, tallying 61 last year. His teammate Dean Ingram, no longer a Badger. The receiver, cornerback, and return specialist entered the transfer portal. Back to you.
6:21 coming up. Don't skip the cheese today. We'll tell you why we're celebrating.
We're back after this.
Watch News 3 now at 6 with Eric, Charlotte, Gary, and Zach. Weeknights.
Cobison Buses, now hiring.
My name is Mike Williams. I've been driving school bus off and on for 21 years. Here at our terminal, we're kind of like a family too. Somebody has an issue with a bus, other people kick in and help and get the job done.
Okay, are we gonna fit? There we go.
At American Family Insurance, we're here to carefully protect your dreams.
All right, open your eyes.
Welcome home.
All right, we'll see you later.
Save up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto insurance today. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com.
American Family Insurance.
We asked people to give their honest feedback on how wrinkles around their eye area and under-eye puffiness looked after trying Tint and Tighten for the first time.
So with foundation, normally it just kind of, you just cover up and conceal things. But with Tint and Tighten, it actually changes the way the skin looks. The lines are actually gone. So you don't get any of that buildup within them and the creases that you normally would see when you wear foundation.
40s was a bit of a shocker for me because 40s, I noticed the skin under my eyes getting very loose. And then 50s hit, and I'm 54, and I really noticed the difference in the firmness of my skin here, and especially here. I'm glad there's products like Tint and Tighten out there so that I can just put this on and not worry about what I didn't do in my 40s, my 30s, and my 20s, and it looks like I always have. It's a pleasure, and it's actually a gift for anyone.
Tint and Tighten shrinks under-eye puffiness, smooths out wrinkles and fine lines around the eye area, and provides tinted coverage to hide dark circles and skin imperfections, making you look fresh and younger. Tint and Tighten is the only cosmetic that blends a beautiful tinted cream to cover uneven skin tone and dark circles with silicate technology that smooths out under-eye puffiness and wrinkles, making the skin around your eye area look flawless for up to 8 hours.
I will be turning 59 in June of this year. Using Tint and Tighten, for me, I'm actually very confident right now that my wrinkles won't be as obvious. It is giving me the support that I think reminds me that I'm at my best right now.
Finally, there's a tinted eye cream to cover dark circles and uneven skin tone. And since Tint and Tighten works in 10 minutes and lasts up to 8 hours, you can look your best without getting injections or fillers. Get beautiful, lightweight, tinted coverage, plus that smoother, younger, wrinkle-free look from years past in 10 minutes. A look that will make you feel beautiful and confident. Try it this new year for only $19.95. Plus, get free shipping and handling. Visit tintandtighten.com or call the number on your screen.
Cobison Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobison, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobison.com to apply.
Hey, we're back sharing Linda's morning with everyone.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Is your mic on?
No.
I just did the same thing. We're going to get yelled at.
Is it on now?
Can you hear me now?
I had to run to the restroom. Like, they don't want to hear that back there.
I know.
You know, so I got to turn it off. Sometimes I forget to turn it back on. My fault. I take full responsibility. I'm sorry we ruined your morning, Linda.
I love how it happened twice in 5 minutes. You versus me that it was you.
We're going to hear about it. We will. We will. All right. If you want to share your morning with us, use the hashtag MyNews3Morning when you post on social media. Hey, Josh, it's a big day.
It is. It is National Cheese Lovers Day. Like, we need another reason to enjoy cheese here in Wisconsin.
Yeah, we don't. We don't. So, yeah, look at these. Look at these big hunks of cheese.
You know what's funny with this is, like, you know, there are so many different cheese days a part of the National Day calendar. Like, if you look, there's actually 18 of them. This is just, like, Cheese Lovers Day. Of course, there's, like, Cheesecake Day. There's all those other Grilled Cheese Day, Macaroni and Cheese Day.
Bring your cheese to work day.
Too much cheese.
Grilled cheese day. You know, cheese appreciation day.
You just can't go wrong with it. It can go with so many things.
I feel really bad for my oldest daughter. She's about to get braces. And the dentist just told her that she can't have melty cheese.
Oh.
Because it'll stick to some of the dental stuff. I feel terrible for her.
That is a drag.
I know. That's life, though. What are you going to do? More cheese for the rest of us.
Yeah, there you go. Stay cheesy, folks. Hit us with the bus stop forecast, Greg.
All right. Well, if you are going to school, I think some schools are actually off today just due to, I think it's end of quarter or something like that. So if you are, it's not going to be that bad. Temperature's right there. If you're going sledding, it's even better.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be best to go Sunday with some fresh snow, probably. Might be a little slow icy today.
We're back after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Save big this Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. 6 packs of Pepsi products, just $1.99. Navel oranges, just 77 cents a pound. And Select Post cereal, 3 for only $5. Only at Hy-Vee.
Update your bathroom with a new bath fan from HomeWorks. This bath fan features a Bluetooth speaker, so you can enjoy your favorite music or listen to news, weather, or sports, while the energy-efficient fan quietly ventilates your bathroom. Now on sale for $89.99. Add style to your bathroom with a Kohler Elate sliding shower door. The frameless design emphasizes its tempered glass to create a sleek, minimalist look. Pick up the Kohler Elate shower door today for $599.99 at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Hey, I just got a text from my sister. You remember Rick, her neighbor?
Sure. He's the 76-year-old guy who still runs marathons, right?
Sadly, not anymore.
What? You mean...
Mm-hmm. Just like that.
Wow. So sudden. We're not about to have the we need life insurance conversation again, are we?
No, we're having the we're getting coverage so we don't have to worry about it conversation.
So you're calling about the $9.95 a month plan from Colonial Penn?
I am. We put it off long enough. We are getting that $9.95 plan today.
Is it time for you to call about the $9.95 plan? I'm Jonathan from Colonial Penn Life Insurance Company. Sometimes we just need a reminder not to take today for granted. It could be the death of someone you know or a health scare. That's why today could be a great day to call for free information about Colonial Penn's $9.95 plan. If you're age 50 to 85, you can get guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance starting at just $9.95 a month. There are no health questions, so you can't be turned down for any health reason. This is permanent coverage. Just pay your premiums for lifelong security. The $9.95 plan is Colonial Penn's #1 most popular whole life plan. Options start at just $9.95 a month. That's less than 35 cents a day. Your rate can never go up. It's locked in for life. Don't put it off. Take the first easy step. Call today for free information. And you'll also get this free beneficiary planner. So call now.
Call 1-800-290-3399 for your free information and free gift. That's 1-800-290-3399. There's no risk or obligation. That number again is 1-800-290-3399. 1-800-290-3399. Call now.
Hello, Colonial Penn?
Save big this Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Fresh Hy-Vee chicken drumsticks or thighs, just 99 cents a pound. Little Debbie Family Pack snacks, 3 for just $5. And Hamburger Helper, only 99 cents. Only at Hy-Vee.
Right now, the result of a late-night vote to have you decide the fate of the big Dane County jail project.
And how the FBI is ramping up efforts to catch those responsible for firebombing a pro-life group last spring.
And we got a little bit of snow or flurry out there this morning. I'll track down when that's going to end and how those temperatures look like through the weekend.
Good morning, folks. Happy Friday. We made it. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Josh Brighter.
I'm Chris Stanford. Greg Barnhart's in, too. And how about us? We all have our microphones on now.
Yes. Mine's always been on, so I'm not the one yet.
Yeah, I know. Greg gets the gold star this morning. He hasn't forgotten to turn his microphone back on. But the show's not over yet.
There's still 30 minutes.
Show's not over yet.
So,
all right, let's get into the forecast. A bit of light snow overnight. We going to see any more today?
A little bit, but overall not too bad. I think temperatures right now are up in the upper 20s to near 30s, so most of the road conditions that will be wet conditions. But overall, as we see it, there we go. We can get over here and see the still map here. We should see road conditions become more wet, and in the afternoon just cloudy conditions. But overall today, mainly east of Madison right now. There's still slick spots on the DOT website, but overall it's some improvement. Cloud cover really is the main thing that we're going to watch today. Overall temperatures upper 20s, mid 20s for many locations. That's almost the normal high for this time of year. So you're waking up at pretty good temperatures to speak of for the middle of January right now. As we look at radar, you can see most of that action of the snow is now mainly east of Madison towards the lake. I still think we'll see a few more flakes and flurries here this morning and maybe even this evening too overall, as we still got this northwest flow that continues throughout the day. You zoom in, temperatures right now upper 20s near 30 for most locations, mid 20s you go further north, but overall not too bad for, like I said, the middle of January. Timing this out, we're not going to see much movement in the temperatures. Cloud cover will persist. You'll see the winds start to die down a little bit, a little breezy northwest this morning. I think by the time this evening they'll be light and variable around the northwest too, conditions like that. As we look at big picture out to the west, not much going on until you get to the southwest corner of the U.S. This system is the one that we're going to be tracking as we get closer till Saturday night for some accumulation, maybe some snow, something we'll keep an eye on as we go on. And as we look at the sledding, we skipped ahead. Never mind. We'll get to that point. I don't have the mic on, but I'm screwing this up. So we'll say all this a bit later in the broadcast, you guys.
All right. We jinxed it. Yeah, my fault. Thanks, Greg. Maybe you want to take over the forecast. You can use the First Storm Weather app at home yourself. And if you don't have it, you know where to get it. Just go wherever you get your apps and type in Channel 3000 weather. All right, to some breaking news from overnight now. That big Dane County jail project won't be on the ballot this April.
Yeah, it comes after a vote late last night. The Dane County Board rejecting a referendum proposal. It goes against pleas from the Dane County Sheriff and County Executive for an alternative plan to address jail overcrowding and conditions. The question would have asked voters for up to $13.5 million to keep the project alive. It called for a new tower up to 6 stories and renovating the public safety building to include up to 825 beds. Now the future of the Dane County Jail remains uncertain.
Energizer says it plans to close plants in Portage and Fenimore. They say it'll happen in the next year or two, affecting nearly 600 workers. In a statement, the International Brotherhood of Teamsters said it is fighting the plans to close the facilities. Energizer also shared a statement saying it's working to keep those affected updated on the process.
Continuing coverage this morning of the Randall L. double murder trial. The former Badger football player should be in court again for day 4 today. Day 3 led to the tears and hugs in the courtroom. Family members saw autopsy pictures of the victims, 27-year-old Brittany McAdory and 30-year-old Sierra Winchester.
In the beginning, she was terrified and she wanted to go back to her apartment. She was scared. And then next thing I know, we were like a whole little group. And then Then he started thinking that she was switching out to drugs, and then here comes the fear back again.
2 people from a gas station where Randall L. allegedly stopped also testified. You can find a full breakdown of the case on channel3000.com.
Footprints in the snow, giving Madison police clues to who may have burglarized Madison West Side home. Officers say that footprint indicated someone scoped out several vehicles and homes on the west side and then entered at least one garage. It happened in the 900 block of Traremore Trail, which is right off of North High Point Road at 3 o'clock in the morning yesterday. Police say that thief broke into a garage and stole a purse. Police say to remove valuables from your cars and keep your vehicles locked. If you have any information that could help the investigation, call Crime Stoppers at the number on your screen. To some new information now. This morning, no arrests after a woman was carjacked while filling up with gas on East Washington. 2 men stole the vehicle Tuesday morning a few blocks south of Aberg Avenue at the BP. Police say one man pointed a gun at the owner and demanded her to give him her keys. 2 men then got into that vehicle and got away. Police say the woman was not hurt.
6:35 right now. This morning, the FBI is offering a $25,000 reward in its investigation of a series of attacks and threats against reproductive health facilities. Those attacks included several acts of arson and vandalism across the country, including right here in Wisconsin. Our Tahlil Moldeen has that story.
Though there's still a few boxes left to unpack.
We have new carpet, the wall's been repaired, the windows have been replaced.
Julaine Appling's office looks a lot different than it did 8 months ago.
It was a gaping hole in the wall, the broken windows, glass everywhere, furniture turned upside down, books burned.
Shortly after, a Supreme Court draft indicating the end of abortion protections under Roe v. Wade was made public, Wisconsin Family Action, a pro-life anti-gay marriage lobbying group, had their offices firebombed last May. Law enforcement still doesn't know who's responsible.
It seemed to me that in 8 months that there, that there would be some development in it that they could actually share with me.
Appling says it's been frustrating knowing no one has been brought to justice, but she says a new push from the feds to get answers has her feeling optimistic.
They assure me that they are working aggressively on the case and that they're not stopping.
The FBI is offering up to $25,000 for information leading to a conviction in this attack and several similar others, including at pro-choice locations across the country. FBI Director Christopher Wray said in a statement, the rewards are a reflection of their commitment to vigorously pursue these types of investigations. He added, we will continue to work closely with our partners to hold responsible anyone who uses extremist views to justify their criminal actions.
Maybe $25,000 is a high enough a reward that somebody who knows something can contact the Madison Police Department and say, hey, I can give you information.
On the 50th anniversary of Roe v. Wade, there will be a national march in protest to the Supreme Court's summer decision. Locally, that event will be held by the Madison Abortion and Reproductive Rights Coalition for Healthcare. It's happening at the state capitol at noon on Sunday.
University of Wisconsin Green Bay official will fill that open chancellor vacancy at UW-Whitewater. UW Green Bay Vice Chancellor for Inclusivity and Student Affairs Corey King will take over at Whitewater March 1st. He'll start at an annual salary of $265,000. He holds a doctorate in Education Administration and Leadership. King follows a long line of leaders at Whitewater since 2018. Most recently, Provost John Chenoweth took over as the interim chancellor after Jim Henderson left the position in April of last year. Henderson cited his reason for growing upset over plans to survey UW system students over their thoughts on free speech as the reason for his resignation.
An update this morning, actor Alec Baldwin is facing serious legal trouble. Prosecutors in Santa Fe, New Mexico, announcing they will file involuntary manslaughter charges against him and a crew member in connection with that fatal 2021 shooting of a cinematographer. It happened on the set of the film Rust. Baldwin was holding the gun that went off during a rehearsal. His lawyer says they will fight the charges.
6:38 coming up. Meet Servy. See how the robot's helping solve the labor shortage here locally.
And we are live in the 608 this morning, helping a local brewery celebrate a big milestone. How you can be part of the fun this weekend.
Ashley's $14 million sell-off is happening now. Millions of dollars worth of product arrive late to our warehouse and must be sold. This is your chance to save as much as 85% while it lasts. Save 55% instantly on this Ashley Sleep Hybrid mattress. Now just $5.99. Only at Ashley.
Garage doors are just like us. They don't like the cold weather. But if it breaks, Precision Garage Door is always ready. We always show up in a fully stocked vehicle so we can get the job done today.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Only at Vanguard, you're more than just an investor. You're an owner. That means that your goals are ours too. And Vanguard Retirement Tools and Advice can help you get there. That's the value of
special moments. Moments to share. Moments to celebrate. Share the love. Celebrate the moment.
Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
The local water experts at Culligan can take care of everything but the kitchen sink. Actually, we do that too. Culligan, here for every water worry.
Would you look at that?
It's beautiful. Wow. That's our boy.
So proud.
Right now, get a sausage McMuffin or sausage biscuit paired with hash browns for just $2.50.
Get an Escape, Edge, or Explorer SUV with 0% APR financing for 36 months, only at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's $14 million sell-off is happening now. Millions of dollars worth of product arrived late and must be sold. Whirlpool microwaves now just $199. Amana washer and dryer pairs now just $9.99. At Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley off the Beltline in East Springs Drive.
News 3 Now's Call for Action team gets results.
We're taking action for you.
Nearly 700 cases closed. More than $500,000 recovered. And we're not finished yet. When you need help, call for action only on News 3 Now. Be prepared for winter weather. Trust the First Warn Weather Team to give you clear, timely, and accurate info. Keeping you safe and ahead of the storms. Your certified, most accurate team, First Warn Weather. Only on News 3 Now. You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Welcome back. 6:41 on a Friday morning. Happening today, the Madison Police Department will be hosting a chili cook-off, and yours truly will be judging. It's happening at noon today. Officers with Madison Police will be coming to the table with their best version of a homemade chili. We love to see it this time of the year. Of course, it's the perfect weather for it, too. We'll bring you that story coming up in the 6:08 on Monday morning.
Hey, that's a fun gig.
I'm excited. I'm ready to eat.
Do it. All right. Happening tomorrow, you have an opportunity to learn how to ice fish with the DNR. They're hosting a free event for families Saturday. It's happening at Birmingham Park in Madison from 9 to noon. You can learn more details by going to the DNR's website.
Right now, staffing shortages in the service industry have forced some restaurants to get very creative with how they're serving their food. For many restaurants, a statewide staffing shortage was a problem even before COVID, but the pandemic made it even more difficult. But then, a solution. Golden S Cafe in Sun Prairie was approached by Bear Robotics with an electronic food server called the Survey.
That they would give us the best opportunity to help our servers by keeping them on the floor where they're able to stay with their customers rather than running to the kitchen every 5 minutes to check on food.
Golden Nest General Manager Wayne Doney says robots aren't replacing workers. Instead, he says they're making operations more efficient and helping servers provide better customer service, all while bringing some smiles to their customers' faces. The Survey robot is a pricey investment, though, $36,000. Doney says it has been the best alternative to helping solve their labor issue.
What do you tip, Survey? How much? How much do you tip? Do you tip?
I don't know.
So many questions. We got to learn a whole new etiquette. I feel like Seinfeld would have like a field day with what to do in this situation. All right, let's move on. Let's talk weather. Greg Barnhart has your sledding forecast for the weekend.
Yeah, it was just like I said, we still got enough snow for sled around here, especially if you go to some of the ski hills, even tubing too. But overall, if you look at the conditions right now, probably today more of a little bit of a slushy issue. Tonight more icy as we go below freezing. But then as you get towards Sunday, and we'll explain more of this, we have some fresh snow, especially go further south. I think that'll be the best day overall. So something something to keep in mind of with these old-time sleds. We're taking it back probably 20 years with these sleds here, at least. So overall, as we see the influences of this low beginning to wane, we're going to see northwest winds, cloudy conditions begin to taper off. Tomorrow, we're going to start watching that next wave, and this is a system that's going to bring snow that I mentioned Saturday night into Sunday. It'll start lifting up to the plains here by Saturday morning, and then further Saturday afternoon beginning to approach Missouri, and then continue to spread northeast. As you see tomorrow, we'll get more southwest flows, maybe a few breaks in the cloud, but overall, we'll see cloudy conditions, and then that will be the thing that'll be approaching us here by Saturday night. Overall temperatures, upper 20s, near 30, once again, kind of where we should be this time of year, so overall not too bad. Northwest winds, a few breaks in the clouds, but I think clouds will pretty much rule all the way through this evening. Can't rule out a flake of snow through the evening hours, but I think the best chance will be further to the east. As we get overnight hours, we'll probably dip back into the low 20s as you wake up, upper teens. Once again, our average overnight low should be about the middle teens, so still not too bad for January. And then tomorrow, the winds turn around the southwest as that system approaches. That'll get our temperatures back up to about the upper 20s, near 30 once again. As you track that, that kind of scoots through here fairly quickly. Overall, that'll be a Saturday night through Sunday morning. Not much snow, maybe an inch as you go further south, but I think places south of Madison, maybe a half inch. Something to keep in mind if you're traveling Sunday morning. It won't be a big deal, but if you are, about just to be wise. Once we get past that, the rest of the weekend looks good for Sunday. Our next chance of snow looks like off and on next week, but I think for accumulation, the best chance might be that Tuesday night through Wednesday time frame. Our temperatures slowly go back down below average. By the end of next week or the next weekend, we'll probably be in the upper teens, the low 20s, which is about 10 degrees below average then.
All right, Greg, thank you. 6:45 now. Carbon 4 Brewing is passing a big milestone in the 608 this weekend, and you can help them celebrate. This morning, Ryan Koga joins us live from the brewery to show us a little action on a Friday morning. Ryan, good morning. Congrats on 10 years.
Thank you very much.
Show us around a little bit. What are we looking at behind you right now?
Sure, so you got brewers brewing in the background on our brew house. Then all the big tanks in between with these cone bottoms, these are our fermenters. We have 14 of them here. And then as we pan around, you can see our other tanks are our bright tanks, finishing tanks. These are the ones beer goes from the brew house to the fermenters, over to the bright tanks with the dish bottoms, and this is what we package out of. So from here, we hook up hoses, as you can see, on the ground, and they go over to our packaging line, and that's how we get it into a can or a keg.
Wow, quite the process. So over the last 10 years, you guys have grown quite a bit, and you guys are super excited because, I mean, this industry is huge here in Wisconsin, but the public is really what has set you guys up for success.
That's correct. That's correct. We just wouldn't be here without our customers, without the support of the community, and it's our pleasure and honor to give back as much as possible.
Yeah, when you look back at the last 10 years, I mean, you guys have a great location up there by the airport. You know, how has the industry changed for you?
You know, when I first started, there were many different ways to be successful as a brewery, and it seemed like the plan would change every 6 years, and now it seems like every 6 months there's a new way to be successful as a brewery. So it's just everything to stay relevant and figure out how you're going to crack the code.
And you guys have made a lot of changes there over the last 10 years. When you look at where you started to where you are now, you know, what comes to mind for you?
I never really imagined going this far or being here. I think there was kind of a fuzzy thing in my head about, I think we could put together our own brewery, but having it be exactly this and 10 years later, I don't think that was in mind at the time.
So it is time to celebrate. It is time to party. If people are interested in coming out and helping you guys celebrate that big milestone, what do they need to know this weekend, Ryan?
That we're open from, the party starts at noon, so we're open at noon tomorrow on Saturday, and we'll stay open until 10 o'clock and beyond. So if you're going to the Beer and Cheese Fest, which we'll have a booth there as well, come on down to K4 afterwards. There's brewery tours, special release beers, great food. There's everything you could really want.
Yeah, it's going to be a fantastic day to celebrate. Ryan, congratulations once again. Thank you for everything that you're doing in the community.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your support.
Yeah, you bet. We'll have all this up on channel3000.com as well. Chris, over to you.
Sounds good. All right. Hey, don't forget to let Josh know what inspires you. Have a seat, buddy.
I'm going to slide right in here.
He's very accessible. He loves story pitches from viewers. So find him on social media or email him for a chance to be featured. 6:48 now, coming up in the morning sprint. New video of first responders saving a Wisconsin woman whose car plunged through the ice.
But first, we want to say happy birthday to all of the kids turning 3 today, including Jackson. Happy birthday, buddy. Thanks for celebrating with us bright and early here on News 3 Now this morning.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
I'm a little old to count down the days, but my ski trip to Cascade Mountain with my cousin each year, so much fun. We used to pretend like we were flying. Now, we really do. My dad and my uncle like that we still ski free. But Noah and I, we just have fun. See you there.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection, a name you can trust when service is a must.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection is here 24 hours a day.
7 days a week for all your residential and commercial plumbing services.
From installation, repairs, and maintenance to complete sewer and drain cleaning, we've got you covered.
Visit MononaPFP.com.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection, a name you can trust when service is a must.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. And if you haven't tried Plexiderm, we've created the best offer yet with our New Year's Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under-eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. Even the 11 lines between your eyes are visibly gone in minutes. Plexiderm works so well that celebrities in Hollywood and people just like you feel years younger in minutes. This is why I'm letting people try it for only $14.95 this New Year at plexidermtrial.com.
So I've had under eye bags for a very long time, and it sucks. I have spent so much money on tons of eye creams, eye gels. Finally, I tried something called Plexiderm, and I'm not joking. It works. When I do a collage and everything is done, it looks amazing. That is exactly how Plexiderm makes me feel. I put it on my face, and somehow, some way, I look together, which is amazing. I'm Jackie, and I took the Plexiderm 10-minute challenge, and so should you.
I'm Neela. I'm 61 years old. I'm a professional personal trainer. It's so important to be in good health and to be fit and take care of yourself. How it makes you feel inside is amazing. And yet, when you look in the mirror, what you see necessarily isn't what you feel inside. Plexiderm, seriously, honest to God, it's amazing. There's nothing there, like the bags are gone.
The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shale rock. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms, rapidly reducing the appearance of under eye bags and wrinkles in minutes. This new year is the best time to try Plexiderm at our starter price of only $14.95. So if under eye bags make you look tired or feel older, take action this new year and see that younger looking you. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Don't miss the monsters of destruction at the Alliant Energy Center.
6:52, time for the morning sprint.
Breaking overnight, the Dane County Jail project will not be on the ballot. And we'll have more on this in just a moment. First, though, we have another breaking news this morning about that big airline snafu last week.
Yeah, the FAA announcing that an employee unintentionally deleted a file, causing that massive outage last week. The FAA said there were no signs of malicious intent of a cyber attack. That outage caused the first ground stop since 9/11.
All right, back to that big Dane County jail vote now. The board rejected a referendum proposal last night that went against pleas from the Dane County Sheriff and the county executive for an alternative plan to addressing overcrowding and conditions at the Dane County Jail. So, the future of the jail remains uncertain this morning.
New video of that dramatic rescue shows police and firefighters saving a Milwaukee woman whose car plunged through the ice. This is newly released body cam footage from that snowstorm in December, but it is no less powerful. Water was up to her chest when those officers arrived. Doctors believe the woman is going to make a full recovery.
Oh, good news there. That warm weather causing problems for a big tourist attraction in the Wisconsin Dells. The ice castles would normally be running at full capacity this time of year. Owner Brent Christensen hopes that the castles will be open in a few weeks now. The castles are made by sculptors and artists all over the world in the Dells, New York, and New Hampshire.
A multi-million-dollar cross-country crime spree has come to an end. Brianna Tapia, a citizen of Chile, abandoned a running van here in Wisconsin. That was one of the key pieces of finding the evidence for him. He is responsible for robbing jewelry stores, stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars from a store in California, and crimes in at least 6 states over the last 2 years. He's currently being held by U.S. Immigration.
Our top trending story on channel3000.com this morning, a 16-year-old girl who allegedly stabbed a 14-year-old boy is now facing attempted homicide charges as an adult. The victim is expected to survive. We brought you this as breaking news earlier this week after the stabbing at the gas station on the north side. Prosecutors have filed a charge against the teenager a day after police arrested the girl.
Air manufacturer Boeing will be in a Texas courtroom next week over a fraud charge that led to the deaths of 157 people. The fraud stemming from Boeing certifying the 737 MAX that led to the deadly 2019 crash. Boeing entered a deferred prosecution agreement with the federal government in 2021, but it did not involve family of crash victims. After arguments at the court, the judge agreed the families should be involved.
Legendary singer-songwriter David Crosby has died. His family says the 81-year-old passed away Thursday after a long illness. Crosby was an iconic figure in folk rock music for more than 6 decades. He was a founding member of 2 memorable groups, the Byrds and Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
President Biden says more money and more help is on the way to storm-battered California. Over the past month, California has seen natural disasters and dangerous flooding to a state that has suffered years of drought. 200,000 people were without power. 1,400 had to be rescued, and over 20 people have died.
Yeah, we still got some light snow or flurries, mainly east of Madison now, but still you can see some of that with temperatures in the upper 20s, near 30s, so not a bad way to start, but could be a slick spots out there. Bus, if you're going to school today, we're not going to see many changing conditions, cloudy conditions, a few flurries, otherwise upper 20s for most locations. And as we get into the road forecast, just to highlight, we do have some issues now, not so much traffic issues, but there are some ice-covered roads in the Beltway that they're reporting now too, something to keep in mind, especially go east of the area, there's still some slick spots. So as we zoom in, that's the area. No instance to speak of, but just that weather-related thing that's going on. And 3 things you know right there. There's your conditions that we expect. A little snow coming Saturday night and Sunday, you guys.
All right, Greg, thank you. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Make it a great weekend. We're back with an update at 7:26.